What is up, you guys? Thank y'all for tuning in. So if you've been with my channel for a while, you know that I have yet to review a full-size pickup truck. However, today that is going to change because Chevy has dropped off the keys to the new 2019 Silverado. All right, so before I begin, you guys, I do apologize. First of all, it's super windy today, and I'm doing my best to mitigate the wind noise as much as possible, but it's really tough. Second, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. That way I can keep making these videos for you guys. Now, if you have not heard about this new Silverado, this is a brand new truck from the ground up. This is the next generation of the Silverado, and you know, a lot of people are going to hate it, a lot of people are going to love it. That's usually how it works with brand new vehicles. It takes a while to grow on people. But starting with the color, it's called Summit White. It's just a nice crisp white. It doesn't have any pearl effect or anything like that. I think it pairs well with all the black accents going throughout the truck. Now, coming to the front of the truck, that's where things are going to get a little controversial. Chevy went way out there with the design. It's definitely not your typical Silverado. However, I personally think the design looks great. I've heard a lot of people hating the way it looks. I definitely have to say, seeing it in person and having the car for a week, I'm probably a little bit biased because it has had time to grow on me. So I think it looks sharp, I think it looks aggressive, I think it looks mean and just super in your face. Now, one thing a lot of people are questioning is why are the lights so thin on here? It looks very import-like. So the lights are so thin because these are all LED lights. So LED lights are a little bit smaller than the halogens. You can package them a lot tighter and save a lot more room in the grille for different unique designs. And that's exactly what Chevrolet did. So you do have full LEDs here. You're also going to have LED fog lamps down here. The turn signals, however, are not going to be LEDs. They're just your normal turn signals, and you're going to have an LED strip right here, which is going to act as your daytime running light, which is what everyone's gonna see when you're driving the truck down the road. Now, the front end, it's gonna have your typical stacked sort of Chevrolet design right here in the middle. Over here to the side, you've got all these kind of zigzags and curves, which once again, it may take a while to grow on you guys, but for me, I think it looks really sharp. Looks very aggressive. One thing I'm not sure about is this vent here on the side. So as you guys can see, it is a functional vent, but I don't know how much aerodynamic you can make a truck. Coming down here, you're going to have your black recovery hooks on both sides. One thing I love about this truck is the hood. The hood has to be my favorite part about this new design. I think it looks really mean. It just has that muscular sort of bulginess to it. I can already imagine this truck with like a ZR2 style package and sort of like maybe a black decal coming through here or something like that. I just think it looks real sharp. Now, coming off to the side, you are going to have your Silverado moved from down here to up here now. It's going to say Silverado right up there. And you also have it complemented with this really nice line that's going to flow right down there, and it sort of dissipates as it goes down the side of the truck. Now, I will admit, the truck looks very Tundra-like, especially from the side. Now, that's either a good or a bad thing. It may be a bad thing if you are just really about the way American trucks look, and Chevy does look like they're trying to sort of copy the Tundra design, but personally, I love the way the Tundra looks. So, and Tundra's one of the best-selling trucks out there, so, you know, I definitely think it is a cool looking design. Now, coming to the wheels, you have 20-inch wheels or machined wheels. You guys can see here, they have a nice flake to them, which is gonna give them that nice sort of bright look to them. Wrapped in Bridgestone tires. Now, you do have your steps here on this truck, which is gonna be one of the options. Now, speaking of options, let's talk about pricing for this truck really quick. Now, the starting MSRP is $41,200. This truck has $10,000 plus of options, which is going to bring the total price to $53,090. Now, that's a lot for a new truck. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys as well is you do have this unique mirror design, which is new. The mirrors are great on here, though. I'll tell you guys a little bit more later in the video, but they're very wide, really nice looking, but they are attached to the body versus being attached right here like the last generation. Now coming to the back, you do have a new design here for the tail lamps. As far as the LED that kind of comes through here, it's going to be the same look as the last generation Silverado, but you are going to have this Chevrolet embossed here in the back, which is really reminiscent of the older Chevrolets. This is the RST version, as you guys can see there, obviously. Silverado badge over here to the left. You do have an automatic tailgate on here, so if I push this button, tailgate's gonna fold down. I guess it's gonna fold down. Let me try again. There we go. So super simple. This one is going to come with Bedliner, which once again is going to be an option as well. I do like how it has the Chevrolet symbol right there. Looks really nice. I can actually hear my voice echoing in here as well. You're going to have a 400-watt plug right over here in case you need that. Now, once again, you do have the steps over here, which are going to be bigger for this generation, so you can definitely fit a bigger shoe or anything like that in there. Now, I do have my hitch on here because I am going to do some towing later in the video, so be sure you guys stay tuned for that. One other unique thing, it says Chevrolet right here, which is kind of cool. Also, one other thing, you have this sort of rear spoiler coming right here. You guys can see that. Interesting. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop inside the truck and see what the inside looks like. All right, so getting into the truck is very, very simple. Here is your key for the Silverado. It's really nice, has your Chevy symbol here in the back. You have this nice chrome piece coming off to the side. Now the middle part here, it's all really soft plastic. You're gonna have your lock, your unlock, your remote start, your your tailgate release, and then your alarm right here. So to remote start's really easy. You're gonna lock it and hold this down for about 2 seconds. And that's gonna start your truck, and then turn it off. You just hold it down one more time and that'll shut the engine off. Now, I'm gonna lock it, that way we can use the keyless access system to get inside the truck. So of course you can use the key to get in, or you can use these buttons found on the door. You're gonna push that button one time while it's locked. That's gonna unlock it, simple as that. All right. So this truck does have the optional leather package. Usually you would get cloth seats on this trim. Now, starting over here with the door, you do have a lot of storage space right down there. So you're gonna have a ton of storage space here. You're gonna have this faux wood coming off to the side, which does look a little interesting. All of your window and mirror controls are gonna be right here. Now you do have leather lining the top of the door right here with some contrast stitching. Looks pretty nice, and a real nice soft arm pad right there as well. Bose sound system, which sounds incredible. One of the better Bose sound systems that I've heard. This one has the rubber floor mats. You have this aluminum door sill right here. All of your seat controls over here off to the side, of course. Now the leather quality is pretty okay. It's not the best, but it is really soft. So in a long trip, these seats do feel nice and comfortable. Let's go ahead and hop in and check out the rest of the truck. All right, starting the truck is simple. Your start-stop button is gonna be right down here. You're gonna put your foot on the brake, and then you're just gonna push that button to start. All right, so starting with the steering wheel, you do actually have a little bit sportier of a design here. I like this sort of darker chrome finish coming along here. You have your blacked out Chevy symbol, which always looks really cool. Now, the steering wheel itself is a little bit on the thicker side. It's not super thin, but it's not super thick as well. You're gonna have some stitching lining the inside of here, but the leather quality is very smooth, very soft grain leather. Now, this is going to be used to control this screen right here. So if I scroll down there, you guys can see how it changes through the screens. 13.1 is what I've been averaging on fuel economy, which isn't terrible, but it is a little bit short of the 15 in the city that Chevy claims. Voice controls, phone hang up right there. Over here to the left, you're going to have a heated steering wheel right there. cruise control settings here. And that's pretty much it for the steering wheel. Now back here, you're going to have your wipers. You're going to have this button here, which is going to spray onto the windshield, the fluid and everything like that. Over here, it's just going to be your stock to put the vehicle into its set gear. So right now, we're in park. You're going to go down one, and that's going to put it into reverse, at which point you have a backup camera that comes up, and you have this, which is specifically designed to help you hook up your trailer. I'll show you guys how that works a little bit later. And then, of course, you're going to put that right back in to go to park. And then you have these things here, which you can use to shift through your gears if you want to control your gears manually. Now, over here to the left, you're going to have your electronic parking brake, all of your lights there. So you have your bed light, you can have your fog lamps, your interior illumination, and then, of course, all of your other lights here as well. Now, you do have different driving modes. So you have like a trailer mode here. So when you have your trailer hooked up, you can push that. Once again, I'll show you guys that later, how it works. You have a snow and ice mode, and you switch it to the right. It's basically going to be like your sport mode, hence the checkered flag right there. You do have more leather lining up here. Speaker right here. You have a nice grab handle right there. Coming back here, you have a little bit of storage space. It's actually pretty big. You can't really tell from the video, but it's a pretty large area. So you can throw a wallet or anything or your phone right there, and it's not going to kind of shift around a lot. More leather lining here. Just a very, very nice interior. Now, you do have two storage areas here. Now, the top one is very small, so you guys can see there's not a ton of room in there. And the bottom one is going to be your standard size storage space, but you can lock it right there. Now, the screen is a decent size. It's about a little bit smaller than my hand. If you guys can get a little reference right there. I apologize because I don't have the exact screen inches size. I do apologize. I dropped the ball on that one. But one cool thing, I do have the Wi-Fi hotspot hooked up on here. That has been one of the coolest things ever. Now, I've known Chevy has had that for a while, but this is the first time I've actually had a press vehicle from Chevy where the Wi-Fi is actually working, and it comes super in handy. It's just so cool. The trailering button here, I'll show you guys how that works later, but it basically is a light test. And then, of course, you have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay on here as well. Very easy to use system. It actually responds very quickly, almost iPhone-like. Super nice. I do like that as well. You do have your knobs for your certain commands to tune, select, your home button. You do have dual zone climate control in here. Or if I want to sync them up, I can push this button and it'll sync both of my controls. You do have heated seats and then more heated seats. I thought this was heated and cooled seats, but you do just have two different versions of heated seats on both sides. So you have a heated seat where it's both the top and the bottom, and you have one where it's just the top. So I guess if you don't want like a sweaty butt, you can do this one. So that's pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. Now coming here to the middle, you have your automatic start-stop. So when you come to a stop, it'll shut off the vehicle, start it back up when you let off of the brake, your parking sensors, your tailgate release electronically right here. So it's cool that you can do that from the inside. Your hazards, your traction control to turn on your plug right here. And then you do have this. You push that and all your windows are going to go down. Now, not really sure why you would use that. Maybe if you've owned a truck for a while, you have some use for that. I personally can't think of a use, so comment below what you would use that button for. 12 volt, USB-C, and then your normal USB. Actually very surprised to see USB-C in here. Your trailer brake right here, so you can adjust the gain and all that good stuff. Tons of storage space right here. So unlike the F-150, you don't have your shifter here. And unlike the Dodges, you don't have it up here. It's going to be on the stock. So that's going to free up a ton of room right there in the middle. Your cup holders, you have more of that sort of faux wood here along with a storage cubby here, and you can have the same thing on the other side. Now, if you go to the higher trims, you are going to have a wireless charging pad here in the middle. However, this one does not have it. You can still fit your phone in here. It's got a nice rubber padding, so it's not going to fly around. Really nice, nicely padded leather, very smooth grain, really soft and supple. You guys can see how soft it is right there. It's pretty awesome. Tons of storage space in here. I've got a few things in there, so I do apologize, but you guys can see just how deep it is. Pretty deep area for sure. More cup holders back here. So if you want a double fist and you have cup holders here, cup holders there, so you can put more there. Coming up, you're going to have your mirror. It doesn't have auto dimming or anything like that on this trim. Your OnStar, which is going to be right up here. You do have LED lights in here, which is a surprise. Very pleased to see that. And then you have this, which is going to open your rear window So that is a nice feature. Of course, your home link right up here as well. Your mirror. However, this one does not have a light anywhere in sight. So you're just gonna have to use those LEDs to light up your face right there. And that's pretty much going to be it for the front of the truck. It's very, very spacious. I am 6 feet tall. I have plenty of room. You guys can't see my head space, but just know that even if I were 7 feet tall, I'd still have plenty of room in this truck. Oh, real quick, I didn't go over the gauges. So gauges are very, very simplistic. As a matter of fact, for me personally, I think they're too simplistic. Now, gauges aren't really a huge make or break for me when it comes to a vehicle. However, it is 2019. Most people are going to digital displays. The digital display in the middle is decent, but I feel like the gauges just feel very old, and they just don't look very modern, in my personal opinion. Now, once again, it wouldn't make or break the truck for me. It's just a little something I like to nitpick on. But let's go ahead and hop in the back and check out the rear legroom. All right, let's come into the back seat of the Silverado. Once again, the exact same door basically as the front. Nothing really new to see right here. Rubber floor mats back here as well. Completely flat floor area there. Now, two few cool things about this. So obviously you can flip these up like most trucks. It's going to give you the storage space in there, and you can flip that one up as well to give you just maximum space. So if you have a dog or just anything that would require you to need that space, it's always good to have that. But one cool thing is coming over here. This is the only side that has it, not that side, but you'll see a little tab here. You pull that open and you have more storage space in there. I thought that was a pretty cool little Easter egg thing I actually was not aware of. Now, you may be wondering why it looks like there's not a lot of room back here. As a matter of fact, I have this seat scooted all the way back to its furthest position, all the way back, as far back as it'll go. I'm 6 feet tall, and I wanted to show you guys how much room you have in this truck. So, once again, I'm 6 feet tall, and I still have about a solid 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches of legroom back here. You have an insane amount of room in the back of this truck. So much room. Now, if I get in the middle, you guys can get a good reference how much room I have back here. It's pretty insane. You're gonna have a USB and a USB-C back here as well, 12 volt, 2 fans back here, or 2 vents back here. Of course, mat pockets behind each seat. I do have my bag up here because you do have hooks there as well, so you can hang your dry cleaning bags, anything you need to right there. The leather quality back here is super supple, super soft. You have your cup holders there, nicely padded armrest. It's just a really nice place to be for sure. You guys can get a better look at the front. And yeah, so let's go ahead and check out what's underneath the hood. All right, so coming under the hood of the new Silverado, you have 3 engine options. First of all, you're going to have the turbocharged 4-cylinder, which we do not have. You have the 5.3 liter V8 and the 6.3 liter V8. We have the 5.3 liter V8. However, we do have an extra option, which is the dynamic fuel management system, which is going to cut cylinders at highway speeds and give you better fuel economy, and it's going to up your towing capacity to 11,600 pounds instead of just 11,000 pounds of towing. Now, you do have the fuel economy figures here on the screen. You are going to have this motor mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and this particular Silverado actually is not going to be 4-wheel drive. This is just going to be the rear-wheel drive version. So if you're shocked at this point that you're paying $53,000 for a rear-wheel drive truck, then yes, Chevy has definitely upped the ante, but this is a higher quality truck and it's bigger in almost every single dimension. So you do get a lot more truck. Let's get on the road though and see how it tows and see how it drives. All right, you guys, so to start off the driving portion of the video, you guys know I can't review this new Silverado without doing a little bit of towing. So first of all, like I said, this has the 5.3 liter V8, 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. This is the trailer that we are going to be towing. It is, I believe, about a 10,000 pound trailer. You guys can see it's a pretty large trailer. It's just full metal. It is quite a beast. Now, I don't need a trailer this big to tow because I do have to tow some furniture this week. So luckily, the truck came just in time for me to get a bunch of furniture moved into my house. Once again, you don't need a trailer this big to tow the furniture I'm going to tow, but I wanted to put this thing to work. So I'm gonna put the furniture behind here. And just to clarify how much this weighs, I believe the gross weight on it, let's see, the front axle is gonna be about 5,200 pounds, rear axle 5,200 pounds. The furniture is gonna weigh probably maybe a couple hundred pounds. So, you know, I'll be close to the limits of this truck, which is great because I really, really wanna see how this thing does. So I'm gonna go ahead, back it up, and show you guys how easy it is to hook up the trailer. All right, so hopping in the truck, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it into reverse. And now I'm gonna click this trailer backup thing, and what it's gonna give me is a little line. It's gonna help me, and it moves with the steering wheel, so I can show me exactly where to go to make sure that the ball lines up with the trailer. So I'll go ahead and see how I can do this on the first try. Okay, so let's see where I am. Ball's right there, that's where I need to go. So I need to turn just a little bit more, back it up just a bit. Come on. Turn it just a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna put it in the park. I'm gonna see where I am right now. Hop out. All right, see where we're at. There we go. Right underneath it. That was like dead on. There we go. So cool, so now all I gotta do is crank this bad boy down, and we'll go ahead and load up some furniture and get to towing. All right, you guys, so we got the trailer all hooked up. Once you're ready to tow, if I click on trailering, it has this cool light test. So what the test does when you press it, now it says exit your vehicle and inspect the trailer lights as they turn on and off. Lights follow the sequence below. Running lights, brake lights, left turn, right turn, and then reverse. So I guess it should be doing that automatically. Let's go check it out. So I'm gonna click stop, and I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna hop out. Okay. Brake lights. Left turn signal. Right turn signal. Cool. Everything seems to be working. All right, you guys. So this isn't normal. I don't usually film when it's darker outside, but the towing, loading everything up, took a lot longer than I thought, and we had a little bit of sprinkles come here. So interesting situation right now. But anyways, I've got the trailer hooked up. I'm barely going above, what is this? Right below 2,000 RPMs, and it's just towing the trailer no problem. The only time I really notice it is when I hit a bump, and you can kind of feel the truck do this a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty smooth. Of course, I do have it in its trailer towing mode, so it's just giving me all the torque I need, all 383 pound-feet of torque to get this thing moving. And yeah, it's not bad at all. Now, as far as the interior of the cabin, it's nice. You know, obviously it's not the new Dodge Ram levels of quality, but it is still a good quality truck. There's nothing in here that feels cheap. There's nothing in here that feels like it's really cheaply made at all. And that's a promise. You get behind the wheel of this thing, and you'd be hard pressed to find something about this truck that feels cheap. Now, in terms of ride quality, this is a brand new truck from the ground up. So how does it ride? Well, I'm gonna go down this slightly gravelly back road, kind of see how it drives. Now, as far as turning radius, it is a truck, so you're gonna be making like all kinds of 3-point turns, reversing, going back. I have found that in like shopping centers or in any kind of like a Walmart parking space. I went to Lowe's the other day, and I had so much trouble getting into a parking space because I thought I was gonna like hit the cars on the side of me. It's just such a big truck. I mean, the truck is so much bigger than the previous generation Silverado, which is a plus in some areas and it's a big negative in other areas, especially when you're using it as your daily driver and you're trying to get in and out. Now, of course, if you drive a truck, you're pretty much used to that. If you've been driving a truck your whole life, a truck has been your only vehicle, you're pretty much used to maneuvering trucks. Now, I daily drive a Ford Fiesta, which could probably fit in the bed of this truck. So this took a little bit of a learning curve for me, as far as this is my first full-size truck reviewing for an entire week. However, like I said, I love this thing. It's really good. It rides really well. I'm on a road here that usually has a lot of road noise creeping in. When I take cars back here, it's usually a little bit bumpier, but of course, I'm way high up. I'm a lot further from the ground, so all that road noise isn't creeping in as much. All right, so I'm gonna give it the beans on this straight. Nice. Got some good pickup, that's for sure. As is, this 5.3 is not bad at all. It's actually plenty. This is going to be Chevrolet's volume selling truck, which is good because this motor, it just perfectly suffices any need you would need for a truck. This is basically everything you need and nothing more, really. I mean, you have the few extra conveniences like a heated steering wheel and stuff like that, but for the most part, this is just exactly what you need for a good solid truck, and I really like that. Well, you guys, thank you all so much for watching my review of the 2019 Chevrolet Silverado. I really hope you guys learned everything you needed to know about the truck. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Also, once again, if you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell below to see some more of my videos. Now, those of you who stayed until the end, who were big truck fans, be sure to stay tuned because in about a week or two, I'm uploading my review of the new 2019 Dodge Ram Rebel. I'm super excited. That's actually a truck I've been looking forward to driving for a very long time. And you guys already know I'm gonna take it off-roading. I'm gonna do everything I can to fully exploit the capabilities of that truck. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to comment below what you think about the new Silverado. Y'all take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.